All right, they done. It's cold outside, and y'all boy Miles don't want to take his daily Duke dump outside. I told him he used the bathroom in here. He got to go. He got to find a new place to go. He got to find a new homes. He think I'm bullshitting too. Y'all gonna be like, damn, we ain't seen Miles in 20 episodes. Yeah. Sold his ass to the highest bidder. Yep. He still got his Carhartt jacket on right here. Cause he about to go back out. I gotta go back out. And it's cold in the beach. It's cold and it snowed and it's cold. I don't know what it is right now, bro. Let me see. Let me see. 5 degrees out in the streets. 5 degrees. We're gonna talk about Mayweather. It's Mayweather hating on black boxers. Beterbiev destroys Callum Smith. I'm gonna get to talking about and Danny the Bivol Tlk with Beterbiev. We'll talk about Danny Garcia. Says he's ready for Bud. He has some interesting things to say in that Fight Hype interview. If you paid attention, hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. We live on Kick, Twitch, Instagram. Kick, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter, aka X, which nobody calls it X, by the way. But also, you want to donate, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link inscription, Cash App, Venmo rolling the bottom of the screen. Shout out to Corey Lee Boxer for donating. I think it was Sunday. So y'all go subscribe to the brother Corey Lee Boxing. That's my boy. It's my man's right hand, left hand, $100,000. But we had them NFL picks. We was Sunday we was 0 for 2. I thought Joe Flacco was going to, recreate his magic out here in these streets. They did in the first Houston matchup, but CJ Stroud is the difference. But I'm glad Houston won. Shout out to Houston. I thought Miami was going to do it in Kansas City, but, hey, Tua Tagovailoa trash. But we was 2-0 yesterday, man. Lions got the dub. Dallas Cowboys got drummed. I called that Packer victory. Fuck with your boy. I called that. Y'all know I called it. Go back and look at the tape. I called the Packers getting the dub. Didn't I? Didn't I call the Packers getting that dub? I called it. 7-7-7-93-11. I called that one. I knew they was gonna lose to Green Bay. Green Bay been a good football team, low key. Dak was out there. He was out there. You spin my head right round. I can't stand this bitch ass. Can't stand Slave Master Jones. How about the new whip? Like I'm a slave master. My future voice can't stand dog at all. Can't stand that star. Can't stand that quarterback. Can't stand that coach. Can't stand none of they fickle, fake ass fans. Back in the day, man. These like these boxing fans. Back in the day, you used to, rock with your team, no matter through the thick and thin. Used to be a fan, thick and thin. Wasn't no backup teams. You might have players you like. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't none of that, bruh. Nah, niggas got alternate teams. Like they got alternate uniforms. You know what I'm saying? Ninjas got alternate teams and shit like that. Oh, this my backup team. This my other team. Oh, this the dream team. This the supreme team. Like, damn. A boxer lose. Look at the Errol Spence fans. They went all and hopped on Devin Haney bandwagon after Wilder and Earl lost. Damn. Damn. Where's the loyalty, bro? Niggas used to go down with the ship. You know what I'm saying? Niggas used to go down with this shit. That's worse than snitching to me. No cap. That's worse than snitching. Like, dog. Oh, you know, I was a Celtic fan last year. This year, oh, I'm a Clipper fan. Like, nigga, how did that work? I'll go wherever LeBron go. LeBron go to the bathroom, I go to the bathroom. Like, dog, no loyalty, bro. None. If you got females, if you got a nigga that can't even be loyal to a sports team, bro, dog, how you expect he gonna be loyal to you? I don't trust no nigga who ain't loyal to his sports team if you watch sports. None of them. 1 year, this nigga a Jaguar fan. Next year, he a Titan fan. Next year, he a Texan fan. Next year, he a Colt fan. All in the same division. Like the brother Flavor Flav said, don't trust him. Can't trust nobody like that, bro. They don't make niggas like that used to. They don't make men like they used to, bro, at all. That shit is dead. At all. Look at Errol Spence fan. They're all on the Devin Haney bandwagon. They was on the Wilder bandwagon. Really, they lost. They left Wilder. You know what I'm saying? They left Wilder hanging. Wilder still think them ninjas with him. Who you with? My Birdie Mac voice. Who you with? It is MLK Day. I had to work. So it wasn't no holiday for me. It was cold in these streets. It's so cold and deep. No cap. But Javier Logan said, I'm telling you right now, go watch Bivol last performance. Beterbiev is gonna run through him. It's gonna look like Beterbiev playing or knew you at Fulton. He said, I think Bivol is gonna get mauled. I really do believe it, but he's a good fighter regardless. Javier Logan Johnson, what's going on, bro? Oh yeah, man, we can start off there, man. Beterbiev put an inch of mama ass whooping on Callum Smith. Yep. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, he put one of them, you know, I wanna from Bebe's kid and shit. Yeah. He put one of them ass whoopings on dog. Yeah. He was whooping on cuz ass. And you know, Callum Smith did better than I expect. Now the thing about it was people was talking about the atypical drug test. And for the most part, they ain't had shit to do with shit. All right, they ain't had shit to do with shit. You know, it was a negative drug test. They said all the elevated levels happen naturally, and then they wait to the week of the fight to bring it up. Okay, December 6th, we got a dispute. Okay, dog, let's bring the dispute to the front of the forefront, and let's talk about it. Now, if they just found out the week of the fight he had elevated levels, and that they found something suspicious, then you know it is what it is. They should notify anything that's not 100% normal. Then they should have the right to pull out the fight. But now you got Tony Bellew going around, making excuses for Callum Smith. Callum Smith is an okay fighter. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. He fought well. He fought behind his height. People didn't realize he was 6'3". I don't think people realize he ain't his brother height, Liam Smith. He is 6'3", and he's 6'3". Yep, he's 6'3", and Beterbiev systematically broke him down. You know, he tried to he had a great game plan. I mean, he punched with Beterbiev, he pushed forward. You know, he tried to set traps for Beterbiev going backwards, and just nothing really worked. He had a really durable guy. I mean, he was strong at the body, his chin was strong. He took some punishment and gave some. But the difference was, Beterbiev, his conditioning, his accuracy, his power, and really the way he broke Callum Smith down. He literally broke that man down. And I'm not just talking about physically, how he cut the distance off and chopped the tree down. That was impressive. People don't understand how much more of a height advantage. That man had like 5 or 6 inches on Beterbiev, which I tell y'all, that's not an advantage. And one of the things they did, it was something that, Andre Durrell did when he fought Arthur Abraham. I finished this shit. That fight is one thing he did. When you throw combinations at the guys that fight out the high guard, they let you get off. They let you throw your punches. You know what I'm saying? And they don't counter back when they go into that high guard. So Beterbiev, they worked Beterbiev in the high guard. But the thing about it was, the punches, his high guard was tight. So when you punching guys in the high guard, especially when you got the height and reach of Callum Smith should have went around the guard and split the uppercut. And he found the uppercut a couple of times. But you go around the guard, go around the rib cage and split the guard. And what you really supposed to do, he came down fighting at one angle. He came down, he threw them combinations one angle. When you got somebody going like this, your best advantage is, you shoot here, you turn them, then you find those openings upstairs and downstairs. Callum Smith sat here. If you notice, when Beterbiev got his opponent hurt, especially when they fall to the ropes, what Beterbiev do? Beterbiev work, and nothing you know about Beterbiev, people don't give him credit for his footwork. Beterbiev will step over, create an angle, and then continue to work. And people say, well, he's hitting you behind the head. But if I step over and you still like this, because you didn't make the adjustment to grab me before I step over, it's not a headshot. If it's not a rabbit shot, if I'm hitting you right here, that's not a rabbit shot. I took an angle. You have to protect yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying? So you understand what I'm saying. That's why I don't, hear, people don't know what they're talking about. If you notice, Beterbiev, what he do is he get you hurt, and then he take that step over, and then you still, because you trying to get away from the power, and you balling up like this. So now he stepped over, and now you like this, he like this, he beating your ass now. He beating your ass. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. He used angles, he used footwork, he used feints, he used, the jab, he used body work. And I feel like he could have more volume to the body, in my opinion. But you got to ask yourself, who can take that punishment? And people say, well, I heard somebody on Jamil channel, Watson Media, say, well, Yard set the blueprint. I mean, yeah, you gonna box, but he also boxed with Yard and took all that away. He broke Yard down. And the more Yard hit him, the more angry he got. He just literally broke Yard down. Who gonna take that punishment? That's the question. Who gonna take that punishment? It's the conditioning, it's the accuracy, it's the intellect, it's the technique, it's the fundamental, and most importantly, it's the conditioning. That's what people don't talk about. Look at his conditioning. I mean, he threw a 50-punch combination at Callum Smith. He survived it. He didn't get tired. And when he had Callum Smith on the ropes, it's not even like, if you really notice, when he just throwing them punches on the rope to get Callum Smith out of there, he not turning into them shots, bro. He not really turning into them shots. Them just shots to get him, and then he'll turn into one. Like, it's kind of like, you see them, Zab used to have the little 5-pound dumbbells. Like, that's kind of what he's doing. And then he'll turn into a shot every now and again. He changes his speeds up. He's just naturally heavy-handed. You got to ask yourself, who can take that punishment? And people think, well, look at what Dimitri Bivol, and shout out to Callum Smith, tough opponent. People say, well, look at what Dimitri Bivol did to Canelo. Man, that nigga ain't Canelo. He ain't Canelo. He's an all the way round better fighter than Canelo, from the feet to the head. From intellect, Canelo is nowhere near on Arthur Beterbiev level. What's gonna kill Arthur Beterbiev is Father Time, what kills us all. Canelo does nothing better than Beterbiev. Nothing. But his imitation crab roll of the shoulder roll, his imitation roll of the shoulder, that's it. He does nothing better than Beterbiev. He does nothing better. He's not stronger. Y'all think he faster. Go up to 175 pounds and fuck around and find out. Canelo ain't fucking fast. Canelo ain't been fast since he ain't never been fast. He look fast versus people who don't know what to do with him. He fast versus people who crumble at his pressure because they don't know how to take pressure. He ain't fucking fast. Floyd showed that. That wasn't nowhere near the fastest Floyd Mayweather we seen. Floyd wasn't even trying to be fast. Floyd just picked him apart. Y'all seen what Bivol did and all that. And I ain't really going off Bivol last performance. That was a late replacement. And that guy that Bivol fought, Lyndon Arthur, he beat Anthony Yarde in their first fight. He beat Anthony Yarde. A lot of people don't know that. He defeated him. So Lyndon Arthur ain't no real slouch. He took that on short notice. But what you got to ask yourself about Dimitri Bivol is, can he take the punch? And it's just not like, okay, if I could take the punch. It's not the punch. It's the consistency of the punch. The punch is there from round 1 to round whatever it go to. Do you notice Beterbiev steps it up? He's had a 12-round stoppage versus the dude on ESPN. The conditioning in it is there from round 1 to 12. And the way Bivol play with his food, you can't, you got to ask yourself, can Bivol take the punch from round 1 to 12? And can Bivol take him out? Bivol play with his food too much. He played with his food too much. He don't have a dog in him to get him out of there. He don't have a dog to get him out of there. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem. If he can take that punch, he got to have a dog. And I think the old Dimitri Bivol will be better for this fight, where he throwing punches and he taking angles. He throwing a bunch of punches, he pivoting. He throwing a bunch of punches, then he pivoting. He throwing a bunch of punches, then he pivoting. That's the best. That's the better Dimitri Bivol for this fight. But the problem is, if Dimitri Bivol get tired, can he survive? That's just the only question. He controls the pace now. Even with Canelo, he kept Canelo at the end of his shots. He controls the pace. He controls the pace of the fight. So he has great discipline and great distance. But the question is, can he keep Arthur Beterbiev at the end of his shots? And if he keep Arthur Beterbiev at the end of the shots, however he chooses to do so, it should be a really good fight in his favor. But if Beterbiev, start getting on the inside and pushing him to the ropes, it's over with. And people say, well, Bivol don't go to the rope. Bivol ain't fought nobody like him. I think Bivol got hurt by Joe Smith Jr. a couple times. Bivol got hurt by Lyndon Arthur. Somebody said 2 times to the body. So is Bivol willingly going to go to the ropes? I mean, of course, nobody willingly goes to the ropes. And Beterbiev is going to probably use that jump in jab. That power, he didn't need it versus Callum Smith, and I don't think he could have used it versus Callum Smith versus a taller opponent. With that jump in jab that he throws, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very, very interesting fight. I was saying the same thing about Goosevik. And I think Goosevik is a stronger fighter than Dimitri Bivol. I think he's a stronger fighter and a better puncher, but Dimitri Bivol is a faster puncher, good footwork, in and out, But the question is, can Bivol, close the show if he have to? Does he have a mean streak? Can he take I know how it's going, in my opinion, I know how it's going to end. I know how it's going to end. Either Beterbiev going to get old in there, you got to give Bivol credit, or Bivol going to sleep. I think Bivol going to sleep. Bivol going to sleep. He going to sleep. And it's just if it's just like how much he can take. That's the question. And people say, well, everybody gassing Canelo's not good. Canelo in the grand scheme of things, or people using Canelo as a litmus test to boost Bivol up, Bivol, in my opinion, had better fights than when he fought versus Canelo. Canelo's not even probably a top 15 fighter in the blender. When you factor in, just take the popularity out, maybe not even a top 20 fighter today, skill wise, and people are gonna be mad I said this shit. When you just take all the popularity, you just talking about skill set, footwork, punching power, counter punching, distance, body punching, punch variety. You know what I'm saying? When you make it an even playing field, man, it's probably 20 fighters that's just as skilled, if not more skilled than Canelo Alvarez. They just don't got orange hair and they just ain't from Mexico. Viva Mexico! Avocados from Mexico. When you start to really look at people's skill set, that no advantages, no rehydrating the cruiserweight and all that shit. They talk about Devin Haney, but this nigga fought career 140 pounder Khan at 200 pounds, 187 pounds. He's a fucking cruiserweight. When you start to look at the skill set of guys like Inoue and Juan Estrada and some of the smaller guys. You talking about how good Gary Russell is, when he clicking on all cylinders. Some people say Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Terrence Crawford. When you start really looking at some of these dudes' skill set, David Morrell, David Benavidez. When you start really digging and you you're like, damn, there's some really good fighters out there. And not to say, skill set is end all be ball, because Canelo got a chin. And a lot of them guys can't take, and he tough. And these are some of the things that separate him. He ain't had a chin. He couldn't be where you at. When you just talking about strictly skill set, Usyk. And that's what separate Canelo from Ryan Garcia. But yeah, Canelo got skills. He work hard, hard-working guy, but he can take a punch. He a hard worker. He tough. He prideful. All the intangibles that Ryan Garcia don't have is hard working. I guess you can touch that, but you know what I'm saying? All the intangibles that Canelo got, that's what made Canelo and Ryan Garcia. If Ryan Garcia had those intangibles that Canelo had, be right up there with him. With all the smoke and mirrors and the popularity and all that shit. And I say this, Oscar De La Hoya can fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Oscar De La Hoya can fucking fight. De La Hoya can fight. You say what you want to say. De La Hoya was a bad motherfucker. Mexican, Blaxican, Blasian, Asian. No matter where you put Oscar De La Hoya can fight. De La Hoya can fight. He can fight. Like he can box, fight. De La Hoya was skilled as they come. De La Hoya just has some other shit. His conditioning was always kind of some bullshit. And that Trinidad fight, yeah, that probably haunts him to this day. That haunts him to this day. But that's what separates Canelo from Ryan Garcia. Simple as that. And that's what separates him. And that's what make him one of the best fighters today. When you just talking about skill for skill, it's probably 20 better fighters in skill for skill on par with him. I'll be honest. When you start factoring in the dedication, the hard work, the chin, the everything else that come with it, that's what separate him. That's what separate him. He tough. If he wasn't tough and didn't have a chin, Canelo couldn't go that far. If Canelo wasn't dedicated, he couldn't go that far. He said, I think Bivol's jab is going to get better. BF problem. The problem with that is Goosefick thought the same thing too. Callum Smith thought the same thing too. But the difference between Beterbiev and Goosefick and Callum Smith and Bivol, Callum Smith was 6'3". I think Goosefick was around 6'2", wasn't he? Bivol ain't got that motherfucking. He don't have that luxury. So he's going to use that power speed jab. I'm telling you, he's going to jump in and break up that jab for Dimitri Bivol with that power jab. Let me see how tall Goosefick was. Yeah, 6'2". Callum Smith, I'll show y'all real quick. Callum Smith is 6'3". That's the difference. See, y'all looking like, oh man, they get, man, them motherfuckers tall as shit. So he had, I think even Marcus Brown pretty much up there. I seen him at the Barclays Center many, many years ago. Yeah, he's 6'1.5". Me and him are on the same height, damn near. Goose 6'2". We the same height. He made a comeback. Then you look at Callum Smith, he's 6'3". And then you go there, you look at a guy like Dimitri Bivol. He's 6 foot. I mean, but shit, he only 2 inches taller. 72-inch arm reach. 78. He had to cut the distance off on him. Beterbiev actually got a longer reach than him. Marcus Brown had a 75.5. So you talking about guys that had success with they lead hand. You know what I'm saying? These dudes were significantly longer paws and significantly taller than this man. You know? So like I keep telling y'all, man, dude, he got to come out there being a killer. He has to come out there and try to hurt Beterbiev. And that's what you do when you fight somebody that's yeah, now you got a shit. Yeah. Shit in this carpet. You got to go. I know you got to go. You ain't got to go home. Well, I gotta get the hell out of here. Shit. Go right ahead. I'm gonna drop your ass right back in the ghetto. Back to the ghetto you go. Beterbiev is B-Hop like B-Hop 40 in his prime. Yeah, B-Hop started to get celebrated. Marvin Hagler got celebrated because he kept whooping everybody's ass. B-Hop got celebrated because, he became the alien. It's hard to get celebrated as a black fighter universally. It really is. That's why Mayweather just says, you know what, I'm gonna wear the black hat, man. It is what it is. So I think Bivol beat up. Man, Bivol going to fucking sleep. You do know that. Actually got Bivol beaten better. Okay, put y'all where the money at. Put the money up, please. All right, put y'all money up. Every motherfucker that I said, let's bet money on Beterbiev and Bivol. Don't nobody want to bet no money. don't nobody want to bet no money. Oh, y'all think man, y'all let that Canelo fight him, and what he gonna do to Bivol? They ain't even created words for. And if Bivol tough, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. But Bivol strong than a bitch too. I don't think it's gonna be easy, but he gonna be another statistic in my Bill Bellamy voice. AJ will smash Ngannou, I promise you. Well, I'm rolling with Ngannou. I don't fuck with AJ. I don't fuck with no snitches. So don't tell me who telling. Yeah, I don't mess with AJ. I don't mess with him. I don't like him. I got Ngannou. I said it. Can't see me seeing that. We need to pressure Bivol and Beterbiev like fans did Crawford and Spence. Well, apparently wait till I got a video coming tomorrow. I don't know when I'm gonna drop it. Beterbiev said some shit that's like, oh man, it's gonna give a lot of validity what people was bringing up about Bivol, but I'll be quiet. It's gonna be a good video. Beterbiev jab stronger than most guys straight right. Yeah, especially when he jump in with a power jab. He got even that peppering jab that he was throwing on Callum Smith. It was busting Callum Smith mouth up. GK Black salute. King E said Beterbiev gets his strength from orthodox strength and conditioning. He does. Have y'all seen this? Yeah, he do. Yeah, he bench press. I seen him the little trick he did with the 45 barbell. I can't do that shit. And that's a lot of people. I'm gonna do some fitness videos, man. I promise I'm gonna get to them, bro. But I'm gonna probably do a vegan. I'm going vegan probably for 60 days, 30 days. I have to do it for the detox I'm doing. I'm probably vlog about it. But one of this old dude told me in the gym, man. He told me years ago, and I be trying to share with the young guys, but niggas don't believe me. Most of them, your true strength really, like some of your true strength really lies in your grip. Everybody talk about the legs and the core, but your grip is where your strength comes in. So when I see guys using straps in the gym, that shit is Like they don't have any idea. Like if you need to pick something up in real life, why you ain't gonna be able to get the straps, and you gotta yank a nigga. That's how I look at it. The straps make y'all niggas weaker, man. You're comping, you're cheating because your grip is not strong enough to pick up the barbell. It's as simple as that. And if your hands are sweaty, get some chalk. Your grip, and hear this out. He told me this shit too. He told me that a lot of times, a lot of the injuries that people end up having in the gym is due to grip as well too. It's due to your grip not being strong enough, your hands not being strong enough. So you see niggas working on their forearms, they biceps, they traps, they delts, glutes, quads and calves and all that. But people tend to forget to work out their hands. That grip is where it's at. So people use strap. I be trying to tell motherfuckers don't want to be listening, bro. I be trying to tell them, bro. Look at Beterbiev grip. For him to do what he doing with that 45-pound barbell, that's where the truth. That's where a lot of y'all strength y'all be lacking that in the gym. Y'all be lacking right there in them hands. You got to keep them hands strong. That's going to stop you from having a lot of injuries. If you notice, if you grip that barbell strong enough, you get an extra rep or two in there too. And I was telling somebody at the gym too about, bench pressing. A lot of motherfuckers don't know how to bench press. I don't do traditional bench press in the flat bench press. I don't do nothing flat no more. Nothing. All incline. But a lot of people, you see people with traditional bench press, and they don't even know how to bench press. They locking out every rep. They not using their legs to generate power. They not breathing. They not focusing. And you be looking like, motherfucker, you been coming here all this time and you ain't got stronger, no changes, no nothing. Them the type of motherfuckers that need a personal trainer. Arthur Beterbiev is a steroid demon. He's turning up at 39, not possible. I wouldn't say that. And I'll say this, and this is kind of going to give validity to what you're saying. But, most power lifters, they don't hit their prime until they mid to early 40s, they mid 30s to early 40s. You got to think about that. Most of them motherfuckers don't hit their prime till the end. So, and you got to understand, he ain't got a lot of fights neither. He said he don't smoke, don't drink, so he just dedicated to his craft. If you take care of your body will take care of you. How long did Jerry Rice play one of the more physically demanding sports? Jerry Rice was a top man. Jerry Rice was a top wide receiver into his 40s, man. Look at LeBron, what LeBron James is doing. If you take care of your body and you invest in your body, look what Tom Brady doing. But it's just a discipline. Ray Allen said he hadn't had a cheeseburger since he was in the Ray Allen said he hadn't had a cheeseburger until he was in the since he was in high school. I think he's a vegan now. This man was a Pro Bowler at 40 years old, 36 years old. He could have been one in 2001. 83 catches, 1,139 yards, 9 touchdowns. He played until 2004. This dude played 3 decades, bro, from 85 to 2004. You know what I'm saying? I actually knew somebody that played against him when he was at Mississippi Valley State, one of the guys I used to work out with. So, like I said before, if you take care of your body, it'll take care of you. But it's just the discipline. People need outlets when you play physical because, some people, physical outlet is smoking weed. Some people is drinking. Some people, that's why it's important now to take care of your body now. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, Joe Rogan has a really good podcast too, and there's some really good advice on working out. Says as you approach the age of 40, you need to pick up lifting. Minister Louis Farrakhan had a really good video about, I think in his 50s or 60s, he started lifting. Yeah, in your 40s, man, when your testosterone start dropping, you need to be doing more compound lifts. So you get in that, you pick up that, and I tell young guys all the time in the gym, man, you pick up that trade now. The fitness trade is a trade that pays off in dividends, pays off in pussy, it pays off in connections, it pays off to launch another career, something you always gonna fall back on. Always. Personal trainers be slaying through hoes, dashing through these hoes on a one horse open. You know, it's a lifestyle, bro. So I be telling people, man, that's living a clean life. You're gonna, live a longer one. Who was what? Oh, Andre Ward had a really good interview on All the Smoke, and he was saying that Bernard Hopkins will put you out the gym if you drinking pop and shit like that. That's liquid crack. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, these dudes take care of their bodies, man. But I feel like if people knew what went into these products, I think people wouldn't wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Smash the like button on the way. And shout out to my boy Mark Nash. Go subscribe to Mark Nash. 404. I got hoes. In different areas. Beaver won't lay on the ropes and let him tee off. Man, you don't know what a nigga gonna do when you fight a beast. I don't think Goosey really laid on the ropes neither. He still broke him down. Beaver tried to stop Leonard. He couldn't. It's hard for me to believe. Well, he got a box then. But you got to get his respect. So, best way to get respect is make a motherfucker miss and pay. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way. When you make somebody miss, that take a lot out of them, mentally and physically. That's what Muhammad Ali did to Sonny Liston. It's mental and physical. I think making a fighter is more miss and making them pay for it is more mental. Yeah, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Salute, Mark Nash. It's more mental. Beterbiev grew up with Bivol style. I think Beterbiev is more likely to make adjustment versus Bivol being able to take. My thing is this: it's not a lot of pressure fighters left no more. Sabril Matias is the one that popped up. Madonna was one. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. used to bring the pressure. Them dudes is few far in between. Benavidez is dominating because guys are not used to being able to go backwards. I mean, name on a hand, it's a handful of guys. Chocolito was one of the more famous ones. It's a handful of guys that bring pressure. There's real pressure fighters. Julio Cesar Chavez got to be rolling over in his rocking chair because it ain't too many pressure guys no more. Think about it. It's a handful of guys that's really looking to cook in your kitchen. That's why Josh Kelly lost to Avanesian. He couldn't take the pressure. Beterbiev ain't never fought nobody like B with his range. I mean, he fought Goosefig. What are you talking about? And he broke Goosefig down. Like, come on now. Goosefig was that nigga before Beterbiev was. Y'all just be saying shit. He literally broke that bitch down. He said, and they fought in Philly too. Detroit Lion himself. Yeah, we there. Yeah. We play next Sunday at 3, the winner of the night game. I don't want to see Jalen Hurts. We suck versus running quarterbacks. Shout out to Stafford though. It's gonna be a great fight, but being said, Beterbiev money or a money line or Beterbiev 7-12. Man, once you see my video about what this nigga said about Bivol, man, I think everybody gonna be rooting for Beterbiev. He said this reminds me of Pro Hispanic channel bringing up Haney's rehydration. When you bring up Canelo Khan, you get banned. Oh, I didn't ban you for your word, but I'm saying my thing was this. Let's call a spade a spade. Shakur Stevenson get big too. Pause. Jerron Ennis, I ain't trying to throw no niggas up under the bus, but we gotta be honest. So the reverse, Oscar Della was a real. Oh yeah, De La Hoya can fight, bro. De La Hoya can fight. Chavez Chavez can fight too. My guy was always Marquez. Lopez was a wild boy too, Puerto Rican. Remember he called the judge out for cheating and shit? That shit was mad funny. Versalito. Man, HBO used to have some classics towards the end, before he got to the end. Bivol jab is gonna get better be up prompt, and Bivol's physical strength is gonna, man, that jab, he gonna take that jab right away. Mark my words. If he can get past the stick of better Marcus Browns and Goosefig and Callum Smith, he gonna take that shit right away. Bivol is great at controlling the distance, in my opinion. I thought De La Hoya be Trinidad. I used to hate on Oscar. Yeah. I mean, he gave up the last part of that fight. Probably Don King doing. Canelo needs to get back on his bike. Man, you can't. Canelo ain't never really used his feet. That's what I was saying. Tim Brown, what the fuck you seen Canelo use this? Canelo ain't never had no. He used the verse Triple G in the first fight. He had to. Canelo ain't got no feet. He ain't never really been that guy. Versus Golovkin, he did though. I'll give him that. I thought he won that first Golovkin fight. Bivol can't take the pressure and Beterbiev grew up with guys and balls. I read that one. Red Chief Cloud salute. Big G salute. He gonna have to clinch Beterbiev. And then the thing about clinching Beterbiev, that shit, that nigga strong. And if it's conditioning there, he gonna wear Bivol in the clinch. Chris said Beterbiev is about that life. Yeah, and then he different. He different. GK Plaque, I think the hand speed difference from Bivol will be significant. Could keep Beterbiev up. It won't. I think y'all sleeping on motherfucking Beterbiev speed, bro. Who he hit with that power jab? Man, that bitch was fast as hell. But if it is, I think the foot speed is being more of a problem than the hand speed. I worked in Major League Baseball during the steroid era. I know what steroids look like. Well, there you go. Cool. That's your opinion. People say Povetkin was on steroids, and he wasn't. By the letter of the law, he wasn't. So you say, "Oh, he's on steroids." Okay, show me the test where he popped hot, because he taking Vada. So tell me the test where he popped hot. Aaron Morales Barrera was the truth too. Yeah, I was always more of a Morales fan. Beterbiev timing is mean. Yup, technical skills and everything. What else we gonna talk about? Let's talk about Danny Garcia, and I close it out on Ho Ass Floyd. So for the most part, Danny Garcia said that he did an interview with Fight Hype, and one of the more interesting things about this interview he did with Fight Hype, which they didn't highlight in this article, was how he basically been calling Al Heyman, trying to figure out, make sure I hit the like button, trying to figure out when they gonna be fighting. But the interviewer really wasn't asking him about that. He was trying to say, well, do you call Al Heyman and ask him about how to be a promoter? Because Danny Garcia is promoting his first card in Atlantic City. It might be this weekend. You know what I'm saying? So it might be this weekend. So at the end of the day, but Danny Garcia didn't take the question like that. He took it as, he said, I call Al every day and see what's going on. He said Al said he got something big lining up. We just sitting here being patient. He basically was saying that I be wanting to lift, I be wanting to fight more, but you gotta wait your turn. He basically got the dry snitching on Al Heyman. For real. He basically got the dry snitching on him, like, dog. But he said that Al Heyman never lies and that Al Heyman got something lined up for them. He said Al Heyman got something big. He said Al Heyman never lies. So he said they sitting back, holding tight. So I don't know if that's an additional they got an additional deal coming through for them, or in my opinion, or they just trying to expand the Amazon deal or whatever the situation may be. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure, but nonetheless, man, I just Danny Garcia, of course now he want to fight Bud Crawford. He said, yeah, I'll fight him. And yeah, because at the end of the day, that little shit that you trying to do, it ain't making no money. And Bud at the front of the line, because one, he don't have a contract with PBC, and two, they gonna do whatever they want to do to keep him. And at the end of the day, Danny Garcia had a lot of opportunities. Daddy, he talked a lot of shit about that fight, and I find it funny how a lot of people in Philly find a way to push Will Duran in and shit, fight Errol Spence, fight Terrence Crawford. But ain't none of them say, well, none of them said Danny Garcia need to fight Terrence Crawford. Through all the years where Danny Garcia didn't have nothing going on, through all the years where Terrence Crawford had a belt and wanting to defend this belt versus Danny Garcia, you notice them same dudes in Philly, they weren't telling Danny Garcia to get off the stoop like Stoop Kid and Hey Arnold. They weren't telling Danny Garcia he need to show some heart and get out there and fight Terrence Crawford. They ain't say none of that shit. You notice that? And all of a sudden they were, oh, Jerron Ennis deserved this and he deserved that and he this, that, and the third. But they never said, well, Danny Garcia need to go out there and protect the home fort in Philly, and he need to go out there and fight Bud. They never said that. They never fixed their mouth to say that. So I just find it funny how they turn around and they pick and choose who and what and where they do that. And then if Jerron Ennis get in the ring and get his ass taxed and get dog walked, then what? Well, he should fight Danny Garcia, or he should fight a Teef ass at light heavyweight. He want to fight Canelo. He should go up there and fight the Teef and get them. Man, fuck that. Just because you ask for something, you beg for something, don't mean you're gonna receive it. You can pray for something for God, but God only gonna give you what you need, not what you want. That's just the honest truth. We think we need something like, damn, that bitch, that's some bitch at the gym today, dog. This chick had ass and titties in there. Oh, I need that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But no, man, it might not be right for you. She might not be the right one for you. That's cool. You think you deserve that, Jack? But shit, God gave you that Toyota van. Shit, might be a safer option for what you about to go through in life. But I just find it funny how they want to pick and choose their battles and shit. It ain't no consistency. That's why we got to arguing about Jerron Ennis on Friday show. If you missed it, I put it on the podcast. We got to arguing about it, and people say, "Well, y'all can't be like that. We need to see all the fans, and we need to see them." No, niggas need to be consistent, bro. Just because I apply for a job that I feel like I'm qualified for, don't mean I'm qualified for it. Let's just keep it a bean. You can't pick and choose, who you want a nigga to fight, not who you want to fight. No, let's be consistent. Y'all said the man did not deserve to fight Errol Spence. Cool. But what the hell did Jerron Ennis do that Terrence Crawford, what Jerron Ennis did that Crawford didn't do to earn Errol Spence for Jerron Ennis to earn Terrence Crawford? That's what I'm just trying to say. Make it make sense. They never said nothing about how Danny need to fight him. They never, they never said none of them niggas need to. They allowed them niggas to go over there, duck, cry, complain. They allowed them to do a lot of whole ass shit. And Danny Garcia know this is last hurrah. Who he gonna fight? He ain't gonna get no Canelo payday. If he get past Lara, you know what I'm saying? Who else do we got? So he willing to go out on this shield making a bunch of money with Terrence Crawford. He willing to go through that right now. I ain't mad at him. That's his career. He felt like once he beat Lucas Matias, you know what I'm saying, on the Canelo Floyd undercard, he was supposed to blow up, and he didn't. It didn't happen for him. He turned around and had a questionable fight versus Mauricio Herrera, which a lot of people thought he lost. Interview said it looks like Crawford freed up now that the rematch with Spence appears to be off the table, which nobody truly knows. Due to his eye surgery, it seems indifference for a second fight. That's potentially a good thing for Danny, but he's going to have to lean on his management to make the fight and not sit on the line. He said, but that's my opinion. He said it doesn't matter to me. That's up to them. Said Danny when asked about he like to see a rematch between Crawford and Spence. As a fan, I feel like there's our better fight. I'm trying to see what you're saying. Where he said something about Bud at. Let's see. I'm trying to find that part. Let's see. Trying to shoot for. He said, "I don't say I wish, but any fight can happen. It's not hard to make it happen. I like to be a little active going into the Crawford, though. So I definitely want to fight Lara and win that fight. So my bad." He said this for. I wish I could fight anybody because I know that any fight that I want, I can make it happen. I know I can make any fight happen," said Danny to fight high when asked if he'd like to fight Crawford. Then he went on and said, "Obviously, I don't say I wish, but any fight could happen. It's not that the fight hard to make the fight happen, make it happen. I like to be a little bit active going into the Crawford fight though. So I definitely want to fight Lara to win that fight. And that's the only way that he truly can be attractive to Terrence Crawford, if he get that 160-pound WBA title. It's the real Super WBA title with Michael Zephyr waiting in the ring. So that's the only way that he can kind of have something that Bud will want that can make Bud a 4-division title, 5-division titleist, if Bud could turn around and get a belt at 54. And that way, if Bud go to 54, get a belt, go to 60, get a belt, he built his body up a little bit better than going to fight Canelo. But I think for Bud, the whole cachet with him is jumping up 2 weight classes and fighting Canelo Alvarez and being done with it. So, if he beat Canelo, can he truly be done? Could he drop down to 60 and fight Munguia in a big fight if Munguia don't fight Canelo? Can he drop down and fight Jamal Charlo? Could he drop down and I don't know who else is there attractive wise to make a fight? Does him and Tim Tszyu become better if they don't fight? I mean, at the end of the day, really, if it's Canelo or bust for him, then he probably should just walk away. If you don't get the Canelo fight, walk away. And guaranteed he sit out the ring for a year, Canelo come knocking soon as he's not as active no more. But Canelo understands it's a lose-lose situation. Hold on real quick. I got my heat on 75, and we in this bitch cold still. I turn that shit. I usually control it from my phone. I'm right here. Shit, turn that shit up. This shit is cold. But yeah. So, people could say, people could say what they want to say. So, but for him, hey, to each his own. So it's hard to be active with PBC when they don't have the dates, but Lara's, they say he can they're kind of working on knocking people out. Danny don't look like he too far out of shape neither, but I think Danny trying to make sure he get into Hall of Fame and grab another belt. But like I said before, his daddy did a lot of woofing about fighting with Bud, and you got to stand on business. If your daddy is your mouthpiece for your career, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you got to stand on business. So yeah. But I watch it and I support it. I like Danny, to be honest. I remember Danny got the title in Houston, knocking out Eric Morales. I remember Danny. I mean, we about to go to the club, and we watched Danny knock out Amir Khan before he's about to go to the club. We about to go to. I used to watch all the HBO fights before we used to go out when I was younger, bro. I mean, we used to have the girls come over. They used to be watching the fights and shit, man. That was our thing. Where you get out the club, play Black Ops. When you had none on the floor, play Black Ops. Black Ops 2 with the zombies and shit. Hell yeah. By daytime, niggas got out of work. It was all about nigga betting on 2K and Madden. After the club, Coney, we ain't had shit to do, no hoes, Coney and Black Ops. Boxing the day. I remember we had these I was there because Errol Spence got split. I remember I had met this chick at the club or whatever, right? It was this club downtown. It's still open, called St. Andrews. They do shows there. So I met this chick there or whatever. What's so funny is I seen this chick I went to school with. I want her so bad. That bitch turned me down. I'm like, damn. She like, nah. Her name's Ramsey. Her dad was mad strict and shit. And we turn around. These bitches like, chick was like, my nigga was like, hit the chick up, right? So I hit her up after we left out. They live on the north end, like by Highland Park. So we went over there, whatever. My nigga was so horny, dog. Like, he was just thinking about pussy. Her friend was uncomfortable as hell. She was like, nah, I don't want to go. And, and I was like, and old girl still was going to go. I was like, no, you need to go be with your friend. Like, I don't play that party. If both of them bitches ain't comfortable, nope, I ain't about to be on the news, nothing at all. We just linked up another time after that. But I don't play that shit, dog. I don't play that. I don't play niggas slipping hoes Mickeys. I don't play niggas, being over, man, aggressive with, nah. Like, we had a clear understanding when women come over, you know what you coming over for. Clear understanding. Like, it used to be understood, like, what had nothing had to be said to be understood. Today, I don't know. I don't play those numbers games no more, but it seemed like women, like, they go on vacation and they be like, well, I got to put out or I fly you out. And, they be like, oh, I really got to put out. And I just be like, bro, what generation is this? We used to lead a club and girls used to follow us or meet us at a rendezvous spot or at the food spot. And they coming back to the crib. They knew what it was. Now you got girls flying on vacation or flying across the country to see dudes. And they talking about, I got to put out. Like, are you serious, bro? Like, boy, I hate to be out here thugging, dog. Like, I hate to be out here young, bro. That's crazy. Since Danny ran for Boost, put him in there with Virgil. Yeah, that's a good fight. Virgil can get a title. Didn't Danny turn down 3 to fight Bud? Yeah, I heard that. That was the truth. Danny Garcia dug Terrence Crawford in 2 weight classes. Danny and Thurman in the way. Lara stops Danny. I can see that. Jay Cash, the money man, salute. Yeah, like, bro, like, you be having girls like, hey, I really have to fly out and have to have. So I'd be like, yo. And the crazy thing about it, before I end off on Floyd, you got girls that'll see a nigga and meet him at the bar and fuck him soon as in the bar. They going back to the crib, back to the hotel, to the bathroom bar, and they getting busy. So when a woman like you, bro, she ain't really making you wait at all. She ain't making you wait, bro. For real, for real. But my whole thing is this. I got to get to know you before I can show you. But yeah, I'll be brother to get to know people. And a lot of y'all be over horny, overdoing it, bro. I just take my time, bro. I just don't be pussy hungry or pussy thirsty. A lot of y'all just be trying to, the first thing y'all be wanting to talk about is sex. I'll talk to a chick for like a month, 2-3 months if I really, really like her, bro. And we like, then they explode for your boy. So I really like, when you get older, you'll understand. When you got things going on, bro, you'll get it, bro. You'll really understand it, bro. Yeah. They be wanting it more than you want it, for sure. If you make some of these females like wait and don't press it. Now I ain't saying now if you just with a chick and you just like, you just sexually attracted to her, or that's just what you want it to be, yeah, go for it. You ain't really losing nothing. But if you got a chick that you actually like, making her wait and teasing her, that's the best shit to ever to do. Now you don't do that with every woman. Like I said, the ones you really, really like as people, yeah. But yeah, man, let's talk about Floyd, man. So for the most part, Floyd Mayweather, is he hating on black fighters? And you see what he did with Ryan Garcia, and I think he like indirectly destroying Devin Haney career. If we being real, I think he destroying Devin Haney career. That's just my opinion. My opinion about. I mean, he destroying Gervonta Davis' career as well too by allowing Gervonta Davis, not to go out there and fight the best caliber opponents, no matter their ethnic background. So that's just my opinion on it, and I definitely could be wrong. But now allowing Tank to go out there and fight the best and take this slow approach, and then indirectly stopping Devin Haney from fighting Ryan Garcia. But then again, business-wise, he had a vested interest in, Ryan Garcia. And I told y'all, they did 1.3 million pay-per-view buys. Why wouldn't they do the rematch? Especially if they can get Ryan Garcia in there with a past Gervonta Davis opponent. It's business. It's not about being emotional. It's not about being emotional. Or something, but at the end of the day, Floyd Mayweather, it just seemed like he got it. Even when you listen to having a hating on niggas or just making it about him, even with the Carmel Moten kid, when he had his professional debut knockout, he made it about Floyd Mayweather. Did he not? Sorry, my eye drops in. I forgot. He made it about Floyd Mayweather. And I think part of him, he really want to go down as the best, and he don't want to see nobody pass you. And that's, they say one of the 48 laws of power. I gotta read that book, man. I'd rather read it than listen to it. they said is that you never outshine the master. But I tell you this, some people is just gonna outshine the master. You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to hold something back that's so great? Think about that for a minute. I remember, like, I'm gonna give y'all an example. I was watching. You can watch this if you can. It's on ESPN Plus. You probably could find it on the internet. 30 for 30 about the Pistons, and Mark Aguirre. I think the second playoff run, he said that he can no longer hold something that's great back. He can no longer hold something as great as Dennis Rodman back anymore, and he made the suggestion for Dennis Rodman to start over him. Right? We got to remember, Mark Aguirre went number 1 in the same draft as Isaiah Thomas. Thomas went 2. Thomas won the national championship in Indiana for Bobby Knight. Rest in peace to him. That's the power of old Bobby Knight, old school dude. And he said I couldn't hold him back no more. I couldn't hold something that great is back. And that's the type of mentor that you need. It should never get to the point where, I got to hold my greatness back because I don't want to outshine the master. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. If I mentor somebody and help them, I want them to be better than me. It's just like your kids. You want your kids, and today's parents might be different. You got a lot of mothers and fathers hating on their kids. But I would never, no matter, somebody that I'm helping or somebody I don't know, I'm not going to stop you from being great. Y'all understand that karma come back on you, bro? That's hating. That's envious. You could be jealous. I always tell you, that's cool. Let jealousy motivate you, not turn into hatred and envy. But I ain't never going to hold nobody back, bro. I ain't going to never try to stop a nigga. Now, only time you're going to stop somebody if you think it's a little bit too soon or premature and they moving too fast. You're like, okay, let's slow this thing down so you can see what's coming. That's different. But I ain't going to stop nobody for the sake of stopping a nigga, man. If you supposed to be greater than me, guess what? That's how the baton is passed. Without, wouldn't be no Muhammad Ali without no Joe Louis. Jack Johnson. It wouldn't be Joe Louis without Jack Johnson. It wouldn't be Muhammad without Joe Louis. You go on and on and on. And Sugar Ray Robinson, helped mold Muhammad Ali, and he passed the baton. A lot of people hated him, Larry Holmes and Mike Tyson. So you really can't say you the greatest of all time because you had a blueprint before you. You took Michael Jordan took all that. Michael Thompson, Dr. J, he took all that balled up in one. LeBron had the blueprint of Michael and Kobe and everything that came before him. Kevin Garnett had Daryl Dawkins make the jump to the league, and he had all that. So when you got a jealous, hating motherfucker that want to stay at the top, of course boxing gonna be on his deathbed. Because you got somebody like Floyd David Thompson. Thank you, my bad, not Michael Thompson. Shout out to Michael Thompson. This is the daddy of Klay Thompson, good basketball player. This is what you get. He's a hating motherfucker, bro. And people don't want to hear that. He's a hater. He don't want to see nobody better than him. That's why he messed the game up. That's why you got everybody saying A side, B side. That's why everybody saying Al Heyman. That's why you got everybody talking like businessmen and when I did this, I got this percentage and I got this much money. They ain't doing it like me. Or I had to earn this coming up like that, bro. He don't want these brothers to shine, bro. And he took food out of Devin Haney mouth. That's probably because Devin Haney or Daddy went around running his mouth about the sparring. Which that's something that I don't condone people doing, is running their mouth about what happened in sparring. Well, stay in sparring, go on and sparring, stay in sparring. And most of you young guys, y'all gonna learn in life, you're gonna get more women the more discreet you are with your business about women. And even if a woman put your shit out in the street, ain't no point of going back at her or whatever, or airing her dirty laundry out. Take the Will Smith approach. Be silent. Take the Corey Hartrick approach to Tia Mari. Be silent about it. They can't take silence and weaponize it against you. Come on. But that's the approach that should be. People glorifying sparring. That shit weak. You in 16s and headgear, or you don't know where somebody is at in weight. You know, you got to notice all the guys that came out of the gym. Carmel Moulton is the only one that signed with him. Cashflow Diaz went with Top Rank. Devin Haney went with, Devin Haney Promotions in Matchroom. You know, he's a definition of a narcissist, and he wouldn't be as great a fighter if he wasn't. You seen Michael giving all the keys to victory to Kobe Bryant. Behind the scenes, he giving Kobe all the little ins and outs that he need to be successful. And you imagine Kobe about to sign the Nike and Michael called and said, "Oh, don't sign that whole ass nigga." Like, come on. But then again, we see this all the time. You see, you got a homie that's balling and shit, doing well. He can get you in the game. He can put you on, he don't put you on. Oh, they hiring and shit. He can put you a good word in, he don't put you on. Is that really a homie? Oh man, I'm about to invest into this, man. Hey, look here, man. You can put your money here. Trust and believe me. Put a little bit here. Bam, bam, bam. There you go. What about the dude from what's that show? Entourage, where the dude had sold all his what do you do? Sold all his stock in the company and took some bad advice, and his homie bought the stock up for him, and the stock shot up, and the stock went up in a whole bunch of money, and the homie bought his stock up and gave it back to him, because he made a fucking mistake. That's a friend. That's a mentor. That's what homies do, bro. Homie just ain't a nigga when you got to go out there and ride and get the strap and go jump a nigga. Man, any nigga can do that. When it's an opportunity, a homie call you, look, I got this shit on the flow, bro. Hey, this is what we doing, Boozy Blase Block. You trying to get down? If not, hey, I understand. I'm about to go invest in this. Or, hey, yo, look here, man. We about to go shoot this power move over here, man. About to do this business over. That's what niggas call you about. That's when that's what they do. That's what you're supposed to do. And Floyd, like I said before, no, you ain't no stand up nigga like that, bro. It's because what part of his greatness is he's a narcissist. He wants to go down as the best. He don't want nobody better than him. And that's why a lot of dudes they complain about being with him. And it may not even be it may not be something that he's self-conscious of. It may be something that he might be like subconsciously doing. But you got a generation of fighters that's trying to hit, not get hit, trying to imitate your moves. What more flattering can that be? The impact on the generation. If somebody go up there and they have a make more money and they better than you, that's what it's supposed to be. It's like the union. The next deal supposed to be greater than the previous deal. That's what procreation is about. The remix is supposed to be better than the original. The remix part 2 is supposed to be better than the remix. That's what building a legacy is about. I'm gonna give you this $100 million company, turn it into $1 billion company. Then your son or daughter turn it into a multi-billion dollar. And his son and them, his daughters and granddaughters and grandkids turn into $1 trillion company. But niggas ain't got that mindset. Oh, start over from the bottom, get it on your own, do it on your own. It's better if you do it on your own. You think they got a special black card or a special neighborhood for niggas who became self-made millionaires, bro? Self-made billionaires, self-made 100 millionaires, self-made trillionaires. Man, you out of your mind. You out of your mind. There's no and this gonna sound stupid. There's no self-pride in doing it on your own. It's none. Oh, I did it on my own. Think about that. Oh, I did it on my own. I finally did this, that. And think about it. If you did it as a unit, you did it as a family, you did it as a team. how much farther you would be. Come on, we did it as a community. Look how the Arabs do. They buy a big ass house, put about 10 a generation of family in there. They buy the big ass house. The old, the teenagers, they go live their life, then they get married. They do the same thing again, buy a big ass house, raise their kids in it, raise their family, buy another big ass house. And they just do it over and over and over again until they create a strong, a family legacy. You see in the Asian communities, in the Arab communities, Indian communities, they get businesses and employ their families and their businesses. They family, the kids get off, they work the counter, they work the technology, the wife in the back cooking chicken, stocking shit up, or making shit happen. Everybody work for this in the business. Their women are actual wives. They make shit happen. Cook from scratch, clean, help operate the business. If the daddy go down, they can still run shit and know what's going on. Niggas, when you turn 18, get the hell out. What Chris Tucker say? I turned 18 when I graduated from high school. I was my mama baby. He say a couple weeks later they using army brochures on my bed. It's a mindset, bro. We supposed to our second and third and fourth generation supposed to be greater. They supposed to take what we built and build on it, but you still got single pregnant teenage daughters that's still getting pregnant in high school. And I hate to say this, man, too much of a bailout, too much help hampers people. When you ain't got no other choice but to succeed or fail, and you in that position, I think that's probably the best position for a lot of people to be in. And I think for some people, the best position is to have that help, I got this to fall back on. So but some people need that harsh reality, bro. They really do. But like I said for Floyd Mayweather, I just think it's his subconscious that he just don't really want to let nobody surpass him. But really, you're just a stepping. You're just I want to say a stepping stone. You're just another great chapter in boxing where somebody can reference and build off your work. That's like Joe Louis. I mean, that's like Jack Johnson leaving the book, writing the chapter, and leaving it to Joe Louis, and he writing a chapter and leaving it to Ali, and Ali writing one and leaving it to Holmes, and Holmes writing one and leaving it to Tyson, and Tyson writing one and leaving it to Evander, and Evander leaving it to Lennox and the Klitschko's, and everybody is taking their personal strengths and weaknesses and what they learn and passing it to the next person. That's what this shit supposed to be about. That's what it's supposed to be about. It ain't about, I ain't giving this book to this young nigga. Hell, I'm gonna hold on, I'm gonna bury it. He got to figure this shit out on his own. It's like the Avatar, The Last Airbender. Each motherfucking avatar before him have knowledge that he all can use to reference to. That's what it's about. It's bigger than Mayweather. It's bigger than Sugar Ray Robinson. It's bigger than Sugar Ray Leonard. It's bigger than, Marvin Hagler. It's about the integrity of boxing, and you see there's no protectors in boxing. None. Mayweather has dominated the business side of boxing, bro, with A side, B side shit. And it's unfortunate, but I don't, to me, I think he knows what he's doing, but I don't think it's all intentional. So that's pretty much what I got tonight, man. Because I got to take this dog back out here, man. I'm about to freeze my bowels off. He said, you already off subject, but a shorty ain't gonna make you wait if she like, yeah, nah. Not for real. I ain't gonna say every chick gonna say you gonna let you smack out on one night. But if she really, really like you, she probably wait a week or two, or whenever y'all see each other a couple times. I always say after the second time I link up with a girl, I know I can hit. I don't really press it, bro. Like when you learn not to press it, bro, you A1, bro. When you learn how to really control and maneuver it, yeah, I'm too old to be pressing it, bro. Pussy is pussy, man. It is what it is. Really, it's the head attached to the pussy that you're looking for. You niggas don't know it yet, but you'll figure it out. Mark McGwire should be in the Hall of Fame. He ain't in the Hall of Fame. Floyd is a clown. My parents had kids young, and I'm glad they was mature and never portrayed no try or jealous towards me or my siblings when we were doing good things. A lot of parents be hating on there. Yeah, David Thompson, he said, "Well, why are you talking about beating the Steelers?" And they came all the way back on y'all ass too. And yeah, they all live in one house. They buy each other cars and they get their credit up, and then they do it again. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Hit the link tree, man. You can find me everywhere from Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. This will be on the podcast probably tonight because I'm gonna be cold. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Shout out to everybody watching on Kick, Twitch, Twitter, aka X, and Facebook. Peace.